Thank you for tuning in to another VA Wednesday. So today we're going to have a serious talk. We're going to have a one-on-one, eye-to-eye serious talk because I've had this happen a couple times in the last month and it makes me weep for the borrower because it could have been avoided. So let's say you watch my YouTube channel and you've watched my YouTube channel for a while and you're like, gosh, I would like to work with Jen, but I'm already working with Paul, right? And so then you get into contract and Paul, right, he offers you this really high rate and you're like, oh my God, I better check with Jen. Guys, you should have checked with me a month before that. So this has happened a couple times now and I feel terrible for the borrowers because they are getting hosed. They're getting hosed. So they have some lenders that are offering them super great rates. Then as soon as they get into contract on the house, right, they're asking the lender, hey, are you going to lock me? Hey, are you going to lock me? Hey, are you going to lock me? The lender's not responding, or they're saying, oh yeah, let's talk about it tomorrow. Let's talk about it Tuesday. Let's talk about it. You know, it gets push. So then they're 7 days into the contract and the lender offers them a high rate and they call me. And then they hear my rates and they're like, oh my God, I want to switch to you. And I'm like, yeah, I want you to switch to me too. That would be great. Let's do it. And they go, but I have to close in 20 days. I can't close in 20 days. I can close in 30 days. So if you had talked to me 2 weeks before and you had actually held that lender's feet to the fire day one, you would have had an opportunity to get that better rate. You would have had an opportunity to move. But since you went with that lender, you waited a week, right? You lost 7 days of your contract. I can't jump in there and rescue you. And sometimes when I think I can, because once in a while I can, I definitely have. There's been some rescue missions this year. You know, we got to do our own rescue missions in the lending industry, and this is some of them, especially for veterans. Sometimes the realtors won't let you switch. Yeah, I had this happen to a gal recently where she was working with a lender and he was offering, I believe, 0.5% higher than us, 0.5%. And she's like, oh my God, like I need to switch to you. And I'm like, yeah, you do, but we're going to need a couple extra days because you've been with this guy for a while. You know, you're in contract. And she talked to her realtor. She talked to the listing agent. The seller was like, yeah, no, we're not letting you start over. Because the seller has the right to say no. Yeah. When you present an offer on a house, you're presenting a pre-approval letter. You usually have something in your contract that says you're going to select your lender within a couple days. So it's incredibly difficult to get the seller to agree to start over, okay, with a new lender. And we have seen circumstances where the seller get it, you know, and a lot of that depends on the realtors too, because 9 out of 10 times when you're not allowed to leave the lender during contract, guess who referred who? Either the realtor referred the lender to you or the lender referred the realtor to you. There's some sort of handshake deal going on there. So you really want to make sure you guys are doing this up front. If you guys watch my channel, if you're in one of the states that I am licensed in, you should be calling me for a quote. Seriously. I can't do this anymore in the middle of a transaction because it kills me because I'm like, oh my God. And like sometimes it's big loans. Like it could be a $600,000 loan and we're 0.5% lower. And I'm like, oh my God, let me help you. But they won't let them switch to us. So this poor borrower's in a situation where they have to go with a higher rate until they can refinance. And then they have to refinance, which costs money. And who knows what the rates are going to be in 7 months. So you guys really need to do your homework up front. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Apply with at least 2 lenders, okay? If your realtor is really pushing you hard towards a lender, run. But otherwise, you know, if you're like, I want to be nice to my realtor, apply with that lender, but apply with a second person as well. We would like to be that second person because the day you get into contract, you're going to talk to both lenders. What is your rate? What is your fee? Can you lock me now? Okay. I wouldn't even tell the lenders you're shopping because you guys, if you've watched enough of my videos, you know I am all about, you know, whoever offers you the best deal up front, that's who you should go with. Because if someone offers you a higher deal and then they say, oh, well, I'll match her. They were going to rip you off before, but then they saw that someone would treat you better, so now they'll treat you better. It's like a relationship. It's a hard no. hard no. So really, guys, make sure you do this up front, because I want to help you. There's other lenders too that may want to help you that have great rates, but you can't do it in the middle of the transaction. Even 1 week in is too late right now to catch up. You got to have your lenders lined up day one, compare, pick, move forward, because there's so many realtors right now not allowing switches, sellers not allowing switches. The markets are incredibly competitive. So you really need to be on top of this. I hope this has been helpful. You guys know I love you and I want to help you. So please, let's do this before you're in trouble. Thanks for watching.